Guys, it is a nice, beautiful day, and today we need to talk about something very important, and we're going to discuss, like my cute little band-aid, it's Moana. We got to discuss riding in the rain, and specifically I'm going to make two videos. This video is for the people that need to learn how to ride in the rain because their tires are bald. Look at these tires. Look, there's no wear bar at all on these tires. Now listen, before you come at me with your shenanigans, you know, obviously this is dangerous. I admit it's dangerous, and at the end of the day, it just happens. You know, I bought tires. I already have tires bought, and you know, they don't really tell you when you get into motorcycles that, you know, to get a decent pair of motorcycle tires, it's going to be $400. And then it's going to be like $120 per tire to put them on. But money wasn't necessarily the issue per se. I had several appointments to get my tires put on, but I put them off just, well, I guess, it was because of money. And then my whole idea was, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these tires are completely safe to ride in regular riding conditions. You know, the point of tread on motorcycle tires isn't for grip, it's to disperse water. Water is a crazy awesome thing that we have on this planet, and it is incompressible. So the idea is to create channels and pathways for water to easily be removed from the surface area, and that's why you have tread on tires. So my whole plan was, well, you know, I just won't ride in the rain, I'll just ride in dry conditions, and that should be perfectly fine. And I still think that's somewhat true. You know, obviously I'm not dragging knee, and I'm not at that level anyway, so I don't think it really matters. But then my car broke down, and they have yet to call me about my freaking car, so I have to get to work, so I have to ride in this. So, you know, today what I kind of want to talk about is just how to do it, and just kind of what you're looking out for. You know, riding in the rain is fun. I do like it, but make sure this is zipped up. Make sure this is zipped up. But the thing that when it comes to riding in the rain is you have to be super aware of the inputs that you're putting in your is he backing up? What's he doing? Okay. You have to be super aware of the inputs that you're putting in on your motorcycle, and that's the real key. You know, you can ride in the rain. I remember whenever I was doing my MSF course, and my instructor was actually hoping it would be rain to demonstrate that you are supposed to ride in the rain, and it's completely fine. The only difference is you have to be very easy with your with the inputs that you're putting in your bike. So, you know, maybe riding in the rain isn't an advanced topic, but it's not probably the best thing to do if you're like a brand new rider. But on the same note, she wanted us to do it, so, you know, it's just one of those things. So basically what I want to do today is I just kind of want to talk about a couple things to be aware of, or to pick up on whenever you're doing riding in the rain. And the first thing we can talk about is your takeoffs. So, you know, we're stopped here. I think one of the easiest things to do, and I actually want to make a video about this too, about just general good things for new riders to do. And for new riders, it's really nice to not just go ahead and take off, but just turn the wheel and then take off. Get yourself already set up for that turn. It's these little things that you're going to do that are going to help you. I'm going to go this way. That are going to help you with your riding. The next thing to really be aware of, especially with takeoffs and just whenever you're going to have to turn, is that paint. I don't know if you can see the in front of us, the white line right there. Dude, that stuff is super slick, and it is especially slick whenever it's wet. You know what I mean? So I think the best thing to do whenever it comes to that is to basically go through it as straight as possible. Some situations you will have to be mid-turn whenever you go through that kind of stuff, but if you can go through it perpendicular rather as you can, I think that will help a lot and really avoid the whole slippage thing. Again, my tires, you see my tires, they are very bad and not made out for wet road conditions. So I don't want to turn, I want to go straight and avoid these lines. Even those lines right there, the dashed white lines, I don't really want to go through those if I can help it. I want to go in between those lines. And I'm sorry if the camera gets a little messed up because of the rain. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, not very much. So just letting you know. And I'm actually happy that it's not too wet. It dried up. But still have to be careful. The other thing that you really want to do, especially driving in the rain, is something that I'm sure your dad has told you, or your mom has told you, or the 95-year-old drill instructor, the 95-year-old driver's ed teacher told you, is roads are most slippy 15 minutes after it begins to rain. Why? Because it's starting to pick up that oil and it hasn't yet washed that stuff away yet. So, you know, if you can time it and kind of wait till after that happens, I think that's another good thing. The other thing that you want to really try and do whenever you're driving, and, you know, it's funny because it's the same stuff essentially whenever you're driving on dry conditions. There's just a lot more higher stake, and it just has to be done a lot better. And one of those things that you do normally is driving in the tracks of other drivers. So again, you know, understanding that things collect in the middle. When a tire goes over something, it's splashing stuff this way and this way. If it's always driving in that the tire mark, you know, that all the debris is already pushed away. But understand that when water gets run over by a tire, it's being pushed in the middle and off to the side. So definitely stay in the path of a tire. Like, stay on the tire side, you know what I mean? Don't be riding in the middle. The other thing that, you know, that's super important, and what really makes riding in the rain definitely next level, is your inputs of your bike. You know, we've discussed before that you never want to do anything jerky, aggressive, or sudden on a motorcycle, because how you put that input in on your motorcycle is how it's going to react to the same thing, right? So you never do any jerky motions, because if you jerk on your brake, it's going to initiate a slide, and whenever you initiate a slide on a wet surface, it's just going to keep sliding, right? And then you can topple over, you can high side, you can low side. I guess the one kind of nice thing that balances everything out is if the roads are wet, it's an easier slide, so you won't get as hurt, is what I've been told. I hope the water's not all messing up the camera. I probably just messed up the camera touching it, but whatever. But that's the weird, unfortunate thing about, you know, riding in the rain too, is because if you're not supposed to do aggressive, jerky maneuvers, then what does that mean with emergency maneuvers? What does that mean with emergency braking and emergency stops? And unfortunately, I don't really know if I have the correct answer for that, because if you are going to put those inputs in, there's a good chance that you're going to slide or wreck your bike or whatever. So I think it's definitely higher stakes for you, to where you really got to be paying attention. You really got to be looking 2 or 3 cars ahead. That car 3 cars ahead just brake. Now the next guy, he's going to brake, and the guy behind him, he's going to brake. I see my turn. I know my turn is coming up, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to downshift. I'm watching my mirrors. I'm flashing my brakes. I'm putting on my turn signal, and I know I'm going to make this nice, easy turn. I didn't miss my turn. If I'm here and I missed my turn, then that's just what happened. Another thing you want to avoid is what I actually literally just did, and you know, that's downshifting too early. These little arrows here, perfect way to slide too. Those things are slippery. Any paint is super slick. But the oh no, what was I talking about? No, don't forget again. I'm gonna wipe this off. I probably just ruined the camera. Shifting that earlier, or shifting hard, because when you shift hard, you're going to cause that back tire to move slower. That's what that jerk is, right? The back tire is moving slower than the bike speed. That's the kind of stuff that can initiate a slide. Also, whenever you're doing these, you're riding in the rain or you're riding in wet conditions, things that you might be able to get away with in a smaller displacement motorcycle in dry conditions, you can't really get away with. For example, you should never shift in a turn, or like downshift in a turn. You should never downshift in a turn. Why? Because you're taking weight off the front tire, and it can initiate a low side. So, you know, paying a lot of attention to where you're at, what you're doing, you know, it's just how you have to be as a rider. You can't be zoning out, oh shit, I missed my exit, I gotta hurry up and do this. No, you just missed your exit. You gotta deal with it and, you know, catch it on the next one if you can. Now we're starting to rain, and I'm really sorry guys if I messed up the footage for touching the camera. I don't know. So what you want to do, you want to be inside, you want to be in the gear. You want to have already hit your brakes nice and slow. I'm going nice and slow. I don't care about the people behind me. You know, they're not paying for my motorcycle if I ride. The other thing is, you really want to make these turns as wide as you can. This turn here, I don't want to be over here and try and make that turn. I want to be over here and make it nice and easy. Steady throttle, steady pressure, nice and easy. You got to do things a lot easier and a lot smoother whenever you're riding in wet conditions. This frame, we don't have to stop. Look, we dropped the gear, you know, we're turning, a little bit of brake pressure, we're going. So, you know, it's definitely doable, you know, to ride in the rain. It's just, you, again, and I'm sorry if I keep repeating the same effing thing, you just have to be very cognizant of what you're doing. You have to pay attention a lot more, because again, whenever you're getting into situations where you have to, I love that color, where you have to emergency brake, like that sign, be prepared to stop. What if I wasn't paying attention? I'm just going about my merry old way, and all of a sudden, you know, that comes up. Then I have to aggressively brake. No good, no good. Look, I was in the gear that I needed to be in. I didn't even have to use any brake pressure because I was at the entrance speed that I needed to be in, and I was in the right lane position to make the turn as wide as possible. All these things you just kind of got to be a little bit aware of. You know what I mean? But riding in the rain's fun. I enjoy it. I highly recommend wow, I highly recommend you do it. And I think it'll make you a better rider. You know, you just watch out for these paint lines, man. You know, in parking lots especially, they are super slick. I mean, just ride your foot over it. You know what I mean? You will feel it. You will feel how slippery that is. Look at this. We're over here. Do I get a downshift? No, I'm good. I'm cool in third gear. It's not even that big of a turn. We're gonna chill. I'm gonna be over here. same idea, not that big of a term. We're gonna chill. But yeah, guys, you know, that's pretty much all I had to really say about riding in the rain. You just, you know, just gotta watch your inputs, and you know, you'll be fine. And get yourself good tires. Again, you know, don't come at me too hard. Yes, I understand at the end of the day is at the end of the day, but life happens. You know, life happens. I couldn't get the tires on whenever I wanted to. Well, I could, but I needed the money to go to other things. And then, you know, my car broke down and now it's in the shop and I have to ride in the rain. I'm getting my tires here in a week. I think it's next week actually, and I'm super excited for that. And look out for a really in-depth, nerdy tire review of some nice tires. What do I have? What did I get? I got is it Michelin? Are they Michelin? No, I think they're Bridgestone Battle Axes. T32, yeah, Michelin Battle Axe T32. Nice tires, real good tires. But yeah, I'm super excited about that, you know. And you know, there's another thing whenever it comes to rain is wet leaves. We're about to come into fall, and that's going to be a whole other video and a whole other thing whenever I start learning about that. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Just keep on practicing. Don't be afraid to ride in the rain. Just make sure you're wearing all the gear all the time, which you smart, beautiful people, I know you are. So I don't even gotta tell you that anymore. But you know, it's just one of those things, guys. Practice it. You're allowed to ride in the rain. You should ride in the rain. Just make sure you got the right gear. Make sure you got good tires on your bike. And if you have it, you know, slide protection on your motorcycle. You know. But I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm having trouble uploading because I don't have internet anymore because my neighbor had to better herself and move away. So I lost my internet connection. But thank you guys so much for riding with me, enjoying this content. If you did enjoy it, please like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I'm excited to see what's coming up. And I will see you guys in the next one. You know, another thing I wanted to say real quick before we end the video is, you know, back to just back to overall, like, having to, you know, watch your back, and you know, with emergency maneuvers, you know, it's a lot. There's a lot more going on too, you know, because you're riding in conditions that favor people pulling out on you, right? You're riding in low visibility conditions. You're also riding in conditions where people subconsciously think no one's gonna be that stupid to ride in to begin with, so they're gonna like automatically get you out of the equation before you were even able to have a chance, you know what I mean? So definitely I highly suggest, you know, if conditions are real bad and stuff like that, you know what I mean, make sure you're doing your little bob and weave and thing, you know, whenever you're coming to intersections and stuff like that. And also, if you can, wear your high vis, you know what I mean. Don't be scared to wear high vis, guys. You know, you can't ride a motorcycle if you're dead. That's just the truth of it. But I'm sorry, I'll let you guys go again. I know that I have messed up the video. I'm being an asshole. That guy behind me, he's like, hey, look at that guy. I'm not gonna tell you again to like the video, but yeah, all that stuff. I gotta go. Alright guys, bye.